One of the absolute tragedies here in Denmark is that the Danish etiquette requires that you use a knife and fork when you're eating a hamburger. And as an American, this pains me. It's a cardinal culinary sin. And unfortunately, to a certain degree now, I do eat my hamburgers or my root bread or my smørrebrød with a knife and fork. And there are practically tears streaming down my face every time I do it. But at the end of the day, one thing that you should know upon arriving is that it's a little bit different if you're McDonald's, but almost anywhere else, especially if it's a restaurant, the Danes will, and Europeans, a lot of Europeans as well, but they will use knife and fork and eat the hamburger. Now, I find this deeply, of course, offensive, as I've already said repeatedly, but because the whole beauty of a hamburger is that it's the combined flavor, the sum of each of those different parts when you bite into it, which you really lose for the most part trying to cut. And I mean, I don't know, the Danes have perfected it somewhat where they can keep some of the stacks and levels together, but for me, it's usually just kind of tossing it all over and then just eating it like a salad with a burger steak and a piece of bread. And I have to admit that depending on the setting and depending on who is watching, I still pick up my burgers and I still eat them. But so that does apply to other areas of the dining experience as well. I do have to say, hamburgers though, that is one of the things that you have to understand. And to the Danes watching this, let's just kind of, let's start a revolution. Anarchy, put down the knife and fork, let's eat our burgers the right way. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm thrilled that you made it this far into the video. I hope you found it interesting, quirky, informative. Perhaps I answered questions that you've been wondering about for a long time, questions you didn't even know you had, or perhaps you think I'm completely full of bullshit. No matter what, I would love it if you would let me know in a comment. And if you have questions that you want me to cover or that you want me to elaborate on, I love those as well. Please subscribe, a thumbs up, a like, a share, all deeply appreciated. And of course, remember, you can always tune in the Virtual Wayfarer, where I blog about travel and these types of topics on a regular basis. Thank you, open roads, safe travels.